For a half-ton truck, this is actually smaller than most of the half-ton trucks we see around. It's kind of more F-150 size. Nice. I really dig these dials here. Very, very nice styling. You know, you still get your infotainment a little bit, or not infotainment, your digital gauges and such, but these just have a nice old style touch to it. Very big infotainment system. It's about the size of an iPad.
I'd say larger.
And there is no column shift. We have moved away from column shift to dial shift. But you get your 4-wheel auto, 4-wheel high, 4-wheel low, 2-wheel drive. Too bad there's no 2-wheel low, because sometimes there's a call for it. But you select everything through a dial. You get things for change, you get your cup holders, your center console is amazing.
Put your arm in it.
You can, you know, this goes all the way up to my elbow.
That is deep.
You still have room for your phones. For a crew cab, or I guess you call this a king cab, an amazing amount of space in the back.
Wow. I mean, this is better than pretty much every SUV we've seen so far. Nice running boards. There's some hinge on them, it looks like. It doesn't appear to be power folding, but it seems like you can fold them because they are maybe 7 inches off the ground or so.
They should go up off their own.
Oh, what do you know? They're power. I missed the shot entirely, but they're power.
And here we can see another 1500, but it's black.
As if that one wasn't black.
Got a toolbox on the side.
Ooh.
Oh,
I guess it's locked.
As a toolbox should.
Good looking cargo rails. Although the Rebel. Oh yeah, right here. Will it open? It will not open. So sad.
This is nice. You have your integrated 9-pin, or I'm sorry, this is a 6-pin and your 4-pin.
Ah.
So you don't have to install those.
And a backup camera, which I'm guessing when the gate is down, since there's this seam here, it most likely folds out. So you can still probably have your backup camera with the gate down. But it's a thin bed, what with those toolboxes on the side. And I'm sure for a lot of people these toolboxes are nice, but if you're looking just for pure bed space, well, you won't get a short bed anyways.
This is a short bed, though.
Yeah. Very, yeah, it's very cab focused. Power bulge. Power bulge.
Actually, couldn't we pop the hood since we're here?
Probably. I mean, a lot of these hoods are pre-popped. Somewhat of a more conventional styled front. A lot of plastic. Yeah. A lot of plastic. Tow hooks though. Which are nice. Yes, Ranger. Ford Ranger.
We got the 2020 Ford Ranger here. Everything here is a 2020. You actually have a legit handbrake. An actual cable handbrake, which is getting rare these days. Dials, gauges, similar to the Dodge. Your
blinkers, wipers,
all that kind of stuff.
Lights.
Very easy to grab.
Ford. Still down there.
Very easy to grab.
Interesting that it's a standard shifter or more conventional shifter with a dial for the 4-wheel drive options.
I'm guessing this is for your cruise control.
Most likely, yeah.
Because you have a plus and a minus, and if you want to increase your speed, you hit it, and your speed increases.
However, there is also this. It's hard to tell without actually driving it.
This is an infinite dial, so the car actually needs to be on for you to change it. You got towing settings, you got different terrain settings. You can actually lock your differentials. Infotainment's a little bit on the small side if we're looking at all brand new stuff.
But looking at that plastic, it seems like they might be leaving room to make higher trim upgrades.
Back seats. This seat is all the way back, but as we'll see in a moment, the back seats are a little bit lacking in space.
Yeah, first impressions look good, but when you look at the seat that's all the way back.
I mean, if you got a shorter driver up front, as a rear passenger, I can't complain. This is actually pretty comfortable.
And bed size, not bad. It's plastic here.
Good bed liner.
Yeah. Interesting to note.
Very light tailgate. Very light, easy to lift.
And it seems you can even lock it. Probably for camper shells. Yeah. Much like the Dodge, it seems you have both sets of towing hardware coming stock, as well a lock, probably for the spare. Probably for getting the spare down. EcoBoost. I like it. It's not big. It's I feel like it's how a Ranger should be. It's not as small as the 90s Rangers.
It's a Chevy Colorado sized truck.
And you know what? I think it works. Oh, and of note, this is the XLT, which used to be the 2.5 door. However, this is obviously the 4-door.
With the short bed.
With the short bed. How is it?
It's pretty comfortable. This is an 8.6. A automatic 8.6.
Oh.
Infotainment, this is climate control, pretty good. Got flip switches for your climate. Infotainment, decent size. It's about small tablet size. Lots of room, but I will say it is going to be lacking as it is a Sportster for the rear seats.
Yeah. Rear seats. Not as lacking as I would have thought, but still like, oh. His seat is forward. This is when the seat's all the way back. Yeah.
And this is uncomfortable. This is uncomfortable. My knees are hitting the steering column.
Okay, so that's uncomfortable for you being 5'9", and you get that much room. This is with the seat all the way back, and you get that much room. So, back seat is for grocery bags and children.
I will say, there's a lack of space up here.
Oh.
I guess you could stick your things here, but I don't like the fact of being forward of my items. Might as well not have the bad seats anyways. They do that for sure.
And it's good to have back seats if you need them, even if it's not comfortable. Interesting little triangle.
I do love some British racing green though.
Whole lot of space. You can really just reach on in there and grab stuff. See some heat shielding. You can see the skid pan on the bottom. Very, there's a lot of room at the front. Obviously, since it's a Boxer, the transmission and engine are both pretty far forward. Don't know how that'll work out for weight.
Because it's flat, it sits lower in the car.
Yeah.
So it has better weight distribution.
But in terms of front to back, since look, the bell housing's in the
transmission. The transmission can be pushed back further.
Yeah, yeah. It's not in this setup, but you know, they might have other engine
It's
options.
essentially the length of an inline 3.
Yeah.
Same styling Ford wheel as all the other stuff.
You know, the back seat, I mean...
Your gauge system is completely digital.
Oof.
There's nothing analog, so if this thing goes out, it's out. You got paddle shifters. Makes you feel faster.
And dial shifter for the gears.
Electronic parking brake. This is... Don't know what this button does. Decently comfortable.
I mean, these back seats are stiff as a rock. Ford's earlier model years for these aren't bad.
Very comfortable.
But getting in the back, it's not the hardest. The seat, it folds forward and it rolls. So essentially, it's automated until there, and then you have to, and then you can get to the back. What's that?
To unlatch the hood, you have to pull it twice. It's a pretty cool safety.
Ah. Huh. As you can see, the dreaded triangle. And much like prior years, they don't have roll-down windows in the rear, which, having been on a road trip in one of these, in the far back, would have been nice.
So you pull it twice so you don't have to fumble with the latch.
Oh. So I wonder if you pull it once, if you do.
So I believe... Golly. So this is a V motor. I think it's a V6.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can only see C3. I think it's a V6 then. Way back in there. I mean, the engine doesn't start
Why does this not tell me?
till here. So your engine starts behind that little curve of the rear headlight. It's far back, but then you consider just how massive this thing is, and you realize, okay. Ah, I was right.
Yeah, it's a 3-liter.
Oh, wow.
EcoBoost.
Huh. Small.
415 horsepower.
Wow. Way down in there.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. Do you see what I see? I see an alternator.
Uh-oh. That must be a nightmare for the mechanic.
Ooh. Oh, there's the steering column.
There's a
is
grill
that a
that
turbo?
goes to nowhere.
Is that a turbo? I think that's a turbo. I can't tell. Yeah, that's the turbo. Grill that goes to nowhere, you say? Ah. The actual opening is starting at the halfway point of the Ford badge. Only goes to about there.
Cafe.
Ford Cafe? Howdy. You can't really extend your legs out forward, but you don't need to, because if I put my feet right there, it's pretty much fine. It's, you know, it's a tall car, that's for sure. It's not like the Explorer that we saw earlier where, you know, it's a land barge that you can just recline in pretty much. Interesting, the garage door buttons are actually on the sun visor. Christian is raising me currently.
This actually gets pretty high. Pretty comfy.